We all crave it, that surge of inspiration, that feeling of unstoppable momentum. We call it motivation, and we believe it holds the key to achieving our goals. But the truth is far less glamorous. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like the weather, leaving us stranded when we need it most. Discipline, on the other hand, is the unwavering commitment to action, regardless of how we feel. It's the steady hand that guides us through the storms of procrastination and self-doubt. While motivation promises a quick fix, discipline offers a sustainable path to lasting change. It's the difference between wishing for a better life and building one, brick by brick. In the pursuit of our goals, we often find ourselves chasing the elusive feeling of motivation. We wait for the perfect moment, the burst of inspiration that will propel us forward. But what happens when that initial spark fades? What happens when the excitement wanes and the going gets tough? This is where the crucial distinction between motivation and discipline comes into play. While motivation can provide an initial surge of energy, it's a fickle friend that can disappear just as quickly as it arrives. Discipline, however, is the bedrock of sustainable progress. Motivation is often driven by external factors, a deadline, a competition, or the fear of missing out. It's fueled by the allure of the end result, the shiny object that captures our attention. But what happens when the novelty wears off? What happens when the finish line seems miles away and the path is fraught with obstacles? The truth is, motivation is a fickle beast. It's influenced by our mood, our energy levels, and a myriad of other factors beyond our control. Relying solely on motivation to fuel our endeavors is like building a house on shifting sand. It's an unstable foundation that can crumble under pressure. We might start a new project with great enthusiasm, fueled by the excitement of the unknown. We envision the end result, the satisfaction of achieving our goal. But as time goes on, the initial excitement fades. The work becomes more challenging and we encounter unexpected obstacles. This is where motivation often abandons us, leaving us feeling lost and discouraged. We wonder why we started in the first place and question our ability to succeed. The allure of the end result no longer seems as enticing, and the path ahead feels overwhelming. Discipline, in stark contrast to motivation, is an internal force. It's the ability to do what needs to be done, even when we don't feel like it. It's about showing up consistently, day after day, and putting in the work, regardless of our emotional state. Discipline is the unwavering commitment to our goals, even when the initial excitement fades and the journey becomes arduous. Think of discipline as a muscle. The more we exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Each time we choose discipline over instant gratification, we strengthen our ability to stay committed to our goals. We build resilience and develop the mental fortitude to persevere through challenges. Discipline is not about deprivation or forcing ourselves to do things we hate. It's about making conscious choices that align with our values and long-term aspirations. It's about creating a system that supports our goals and makes it easier to stay on track, even when motivation wanes. Discipline is the bridge that connects our aspirations with our achievements. It's the key to unlocking our potential and creating a life of meaning and purpose. The trap many of us fall into is waiting for motivation to strike before taking action. We tell ourselves, I'll start tomorrow when I feel more inspired. But tomorrow often turns into next week, next month, or even next year. The truth is, motivation often follows action. When we take that first step, no matter how small, it creates momentum. And momentum breeds motivation. The more we do, the more we want to do. It becomes a virtuous cycle of progress and achievement. Instead of waiting for motivation to strike, we need to shift our mindset. We need to embrace the power of discipline and make a conscious decision to show up, even when we don't feel like it. This means setting realistic goals, breaking them down into smaller, more manageable tasks, and creating a schedule that works for us. It also means eliminating distractions, setting boundaries, and surrounding ourselves with people who support our goals. By taking these steps, we create an environment that fosters discipline and makes it easier to stay committed to our aspirations. Section 5. Consistency. The key to unlocking your potential. Consistency is the secret sauce that transforms ordinary efforts into extraordinary results. It's the compound effect of showing up day after day, week after week, and year after year. It's about making progress, no matter how small, and trusting that over time, those small wins will accumulate into something significant. Think of it like building a house. Each brick on its own may seem insignificant, but when laid together with precision and consistency, they form the foundation of a sturdy and enduring structure. The same principle applies to our goals. Consistency is not about perfection. It's about striving for progress, not perfection. It's about embracing the ups and downs of the journey and understanding that setbacks are a natural part of the process. The key is to learn from our mistakes, adjust our approach as needed, and keep moving forward. Consistency is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. It's the unwavering commitment to our goals, even when the going gets tough. It's the belief in our ability to make progress, one step at a time. Section 6. Building discipline. Small steps, big results. One of the most effective ways to build discipline is to start small. We often get overwhelmed by the sheer magnitude of our goals, which can lead to procrastination and inaction. But by breaking down our goals into smaller, more manageable tasks, we make them less daunting and more achievable. Instead of trying to change everything at once, focus on making small, incremental improvements each day. These small wins, no matter how insignificant they may seem, create a sense of accomplishment and momentum that propels us forward. For example, if your goal is to write a book, start by committing to writing for just 15 minutes each day. Once this becomes a habit, gradually increase the duration or word count. The key is to make it easy to start and to focus on building consistency over time. Remember, discipline is like a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it becomes. By starting small and gradually increasing the challenge, we build our discipline gradually and make it more sustainable in the long run. Section 7. Identity-based habits, aligning actions with values. Our habits shape our identity, and our identity shapes our habits. When we identify as someone who is disciplined, we are more likely to act in ways that align with that identity. This is why it's crucial to attach our habits to our core values and beliefs. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be? Do you want to be someone who is disciplined, resilient, and successful? Or do you want to be someone who is easily discouraged, inconsistent, and settles for mediocrity? Once you have a clear understanding of your desired identity, identify the habits that are congruent with that identity. For example, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you need to develop habits such as discipline, resilience, creativity, and a strong work ethic. By aligning our habits with our desired identity, we create a powerful feedback loop. Our actions reinforce our identity, and our identity reinforces our actions. This creates a virtuous cycle that propels us towards our goals. Section 8. The 2-minute rule. Overcoming inertia. One of the biggest obstacles to building discipline is inertia. It's the tendency to stay at rest when at rest and in motion when in motion. We often struggle to get started with a task, even when we know it's important. The 2-minute rule is a simple yet effective strategy for overcoming inertia. It states that when you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. The idea is to make it so easy to start that you have no excuse not to do it. For example, if you want to start exercising regularly, your 2-minute habit could be simply putting on your workout clothes. Once you've done that, you're more likely to follow through with the rest of your workout. The 2-minute rule works by breaking down a larger task into a smaller, more manageable step. This makes it easier to overcome inertia and get started. And once you've started, you're more likely to continue working on the task. Section 9. The power of discipline, fueling sustainable progress. In the end, it's not about choosing discipline over motivation. It's about understanding that motivation is simply a spark. It can ignite the fire of our aspirations, but it's discipline that keeps the flames burning. Discipline is the unwavering commitment to our goals, even when the initial excitement fades and the journey becomes challenging. It's the daily practice of making choices that align with our values and aspirations. Discipline is not about deprivation or forcing ourselves to do things we hate. It's about empowering ourselves to create a life of meaning and purpose. It's about showing up for ourselves even when we don't feel like it, and trusting that our efforts will compound over time. So, embrace the power of discipline. Start small, be consistent, and never underestimate the transformative power of showing up for yourself day after day. Remember, you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to.